Hey guys, this is Miriam at High Life Auto. I am out doing a video test drive on a 2011 Chevy Equinox. If you've never been on my video test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you what I see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic and this is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, this is meant to be a sneak peek into how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going along. So we'll take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and we'll go for a drive. This one I'm kind of doing backwards. I'm going to go for a drive first and then we'll do the looking around the vehicle, because this one you need to know how it drives first before you care about the outside. If you like the way it drives, then you worry about the outside. So the reason I'm doing it that way is because this one has some acceleration issue or something, and I don't know what it is. I'm out driving it right now, and I'm driving on straight roads, and it drives just fine. It handles just fine. And then I try and go up the hill by the prison, which is a really steep grade of hill. And that's why we use that hill. But it's a really steep grade, and it's got no guts. It'll make it up the hill, but, it's slow going. So I've had people ask me, can I drive this car home? Possibly. Depends on what kind of hills you have. Depends on, that kind of thing. Like I said, I'm driving it around town, and on straight roads, it's just fine. So I don't know if it is a fuel-related issue where, you replace the fuel pump, which will have a fuel filter in it, and problem's gone. Or I don't know if it's a catalytic converter issue where, you drill holes in the cat or you cut the cat or something like that, and the problem's gone. We've kind of done just a little bit of thinking, and we don't really know what the answer is. There are no check engine lights on this, so it's not like a timing related issue. I don't know what it is. There is a traction control here. I'll turn you around right here. There is a traction control light on, your tire pressure light and your ABS light, and that service StabiliTrak. That's usually when those lights are on, it's an indicator of like a wheel bearing or a speed sensor or something like that. But sometimes when you have, I think this is an all-wheel drive one. It might not be, but if this is an all-wheel drive one, sometimes that can cause runnability issues because one of your wheels is not saying that you're traveling a certain speed while the others are saying you're traveling a certain speed, and it's a computer and it doesn't think like a human, and so it's like, oh, something's wrong, and it will essentially put your vehicle like in limp mode so that you don't damage your vehicle. I don't know if that's the case. I had that happen on a Traverse once, but I don't know if that's the case either. So, but let's go. I'll do all the stuff that we do as we're driving it. Like I said, I'm driving it in town right now. I don't hear any suspension noise. So, the drive is good. And the brakes are good and solid. All of that. It's got one brand new tire on it. The others are kind of janky, but I'll do that when we do the outside. But it doesn't have bad miles if I remember correctly. Let me see if I can scroll through. All these cars are different. I gotta figure out how to scroll through the buttons. Not there. That's the headlights. Okay, I will figure that out. Anyways, okay, so I guess it's got 204,000 miles on it. I'm looking on the window. 204,568 plus what we've driven it. I'm going to pull over right up here and kind of do a quick look at some of the things that we've got going on. So, let's see. Okay, here we go. We've got that. We'll check our windows. Driver's side window works. Rear driver's side window works. Rear passenger side window works. And rear driver's side window works. We also have a sunroof. Whoops, I'm gonna lose my camera. Let's see. This one, sunroof works. We've got up here, radio works. Let's turn our heat on. first and make sure our heat works. It's certainly blowing out cold, but when I had the air conditioning on, but also it's not very warm today, so I can't 100% guarantee that we have air conditioning. It could just very well be air from the outside, but for right now I'm going to turn that heat on and see if it gets warm as we go. And we're going to go up this hill, and I'm going to, you just have to bear with me because we're going to kind of see what it does. So like I said, it's got good acceleration right here. It drives like the Equinox should, because we're kind of driving on a flat road. So we're kind of getting into a steeper part of the hill, and it just loses it. It doesn't want to go anywhere. We slow real way down, like it's not revving up, like it's not shifting. It's just, oh, and there we've got a misfire, which is new, probably since I've been driving it around so much today. So we've got a misfire. I'll kind of check and see if those codes have popped up on the scanner, but it just doesn't want to go anywhere. So I'm going to let these cars pass me, and I'm going to turn around. But so that's kind of what it does. On the hill, it's got nothing. That misfire actually could be, if the catalytic converter is plugged up, that could be part of that. We just have not determined that yet. We kind of had it running, and we were looking for a hot exhaust, like it should be glowing hot if it does that. See, I still don't have a check engine light on, so I don't know that it's gonna pull anything. I'll try and pull that real quick. Well, we'll just go ahead and do the walk around, just so that if I haven't scared you away yet, then we'll go ahead and do the walk around and see what else we've got. You can see right there, the passenger side mirror is cracked. This does have some body damage on it. I don't think it's a rebuilt title, but it might be. It might be rebuilt. I think the auction said something about frame rust, but again, I also don't think there was anything that really struck out to me. I'll take a look at that. But it's not bad looking from this side. And I say from this side because we haven't got to the other side yet. We've got a dent right here. The tires are, I think they're about 25% all the way around. This one's a little bit better, maybe 30%. But you've got silver wheels on the front. They're kind of oxidized. You have black wheels on the back. I don't know why that is, but sometimes we don't know why we get things the way we get them. You do have the room in the back. It's been detailed. I don't know why it's been detailed, in the condition it's in, but whatever. This side is your worst side. Black wheel, brand new tire. We had another shop borrow our wheel and tire, and then they replaced the tire for us. So there's a brand new tire on the back, and then this front one is about 30-35% like the other front one. There's your damage right there. I'm sure that could probably be pulled out, if you know what you're doing. Matt didn't want to pull it out because he didn't want to crack any paint and then invite rust. So for right now, it is the way it is. This is a cheap car, guys. It's not an expensive car for multiple reasons. One, because of the body. Two, because of the mechanical condition. But that doesn't mean that it can't be a good running car if you know what you're doing. You can see here the bottom grille part is missing. Bumper's a little bit cracked. That kind of stuff. So and I'm not 100% certain if there was a rusty frame disclosure on this one or not. So while I'm doing the video, I'm just going to check underneath here. You got rusty rockers. That's pretty common. It's the Midwest. So you can see under here the exhaust is not glowing red. So I wouldn't think that there were a restriction there. But again, I don't know all the ins and outs of all of that stuff. But that's when I talked to another shop, they thought exhaust restriction. They thought a bad catalytic converter. And so that's kind of where we're at, but I don't know for certain if that's what it is. Again, here you got rust on the rockers. I don't think that's frame. It would probably not be as easy to have it up on a lift like for an oil change type thing, but it's just from what I can see, it's just rocker rust. But definitely take a look at it yourself. Obviously, like I said, this is not a perfect vehicle, so this is going to be one you're going to want to either be a mechanic or bring a mechanic, or something of the sort, so that you are aware of what you're doing. So see here, we still don't have a check engine light on, so and it didn't pull a code, so it was misfiring going up the hill when I was putting it under that heavy load, but it's not under normal circumstances. So take all of that information, put it into your little brain computer, check with your friends. Don't buy this car for your 16-year-old as a first car, just driving it off the lot. If you're coming from far away, bring a trailer, just because I don't know what's causing the problem. So we're expecting you guys to know what's causing it, or be prepared to fix it. That being said, if you have any other questions, I can certainly try and answer them for you. I think that's it. I think that's all. My cell phone is 309-267-7200. Thanks, guys.